you know Queen's Gambit?
You gambit your queen?
No, you gambit your queen's pawn.
Oh.
Let me show you. d4, d5.
Isn't this the queen's pawn game?
Yeah, it starts with the queen's pawn game, then the white plays c4, offering the c pawn for gambit.
Oh.
If black goes for the gambit by d takes c, white can play e4 to control the center of the board. Then if black plays a bad move, say h6, bf cross c4 wins the gambit pawn back.
Not fair.
Yeah, it is not a gambit at all. White wins.
Okay, you know everything, but do you know how this animation is made?
That you have to ask Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi kids!
How did you make the animation?
Using this IBEE 3D printer.
But how? Those are so amazing.
Okay, so for each second of motion, we print 12 pieces like this. Come here closer to see. See, all the data here in this printer comes from the computer. Let me show you. You see, the print data was generated by the UNIS maker, which has a one-click print capability.
Cool.
Well, okay. Now first we upload the 3D model of this pawn into the UNIS maker. Here it is. I can simply copy and paste the pawn models in order to create more pieces in one print. Then just go ahead and click. The software finds the best orientation to print objects. It also adds supports automatically to the object. Now we are bringing the soldiers to the real world. You just learned 3D printing. It's that easy. Do you like these chess pieces?
Yes, we do very much, but Dad, we need another rook.
All right.
You can control like really these kind of like small increments, and that's exactly what you sometimes need, is like not a massive kind of like whack of a knob.
Did I ever regret quitting as a web developer and doing this? No. I always felt that there was something else that I was supposed to do. I had my own live set and had the dream to build my own MIDI controllers. So I moved to Berlin. I decided to just go for it. My name is Koen Schepens and I'm the creator of the Midique KNTRL MIDI controller. I wanted one with which I could focus on what I was doing in a live set. That's why I gave this MIDI controller full color LEDs so that you can see which track you're working on. What just started out as a crazy idea became a real product, and it was a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. I had some really great friends helping me out with this project that advised me.
Hello! There's 1,000 knobs and not many of them are the right knobs. Proper, sturdy.
Nice design.
Did you disinfect it?
Tough times.
We're here in my studio at Funkhaus Berlin, testing the new controller Midique KNTRL 9. I miss the smell in the club. I miss everything. For my live set, I definitely need MIDI to control my Ableton setup. What's really important that it's not too big, easy for traveling. Also on stage, I mean, you ask for 2 meters and you get 1 meter. It's always something like this. I could also use it for mixing in my studio. With other MIDI controllers it was not, how would I say, detailed enough. The faders are like really one-on-one with the faders in Ableton, and the LEDs are showing you what's going on the screen combined with the size is the selling point for my use. This is what I need.
What's up?
Hello.
We're trying out how the Control 9 from Midique is going to work with the drum setup of the live set of Atlantic. The Control 9 is connected to the drum machine via the MIDI host. So this should be the bass drum, which it is. And here's for some sub. Here maybe a clap, hopefully. It's not too heavy, it's robust. And I could actually use it in the live set. And here we mapped some of the performance parameters to the poties of the Control 9. It's not plastic, and yeah, it's kind of a design piece also, I guess.
Nice knobs to work with.
These fader knobs are made in Germany. These knobs are actually made here in Berlin, just around the corner. The wood is made here also in Berlin and is actually from Germany. It's German oak.
For me, gear can have atmosphere. If I like how something looks, then I also like to use it. Same with clothes or whatever. Same with food. You know, if food looks good, then you probably want to test it. I'm pretty hungry right now, actually.
It makes me feel good to create something. It makes me feel even better to create something that helps other people be creators. I've already made 4 of these, and I'm doing this by myself, so I can make 200 max. But I need money for the materials. So if you really like this project, or you want to have one yourself, or you want to help me out, support me on my crowdfunding campaign now. Mom, donate. Dad, donate.
Raspberry Pi 4 was welcomed by the Pi enthusiasts for the increased processing power. However, this came at a price. The Pi 4 can draw up to 3 amps, which means it has to dissipate 15 watts of power. The heat has to be moved away. From the simplest passive heatsink, through elaborate fan blowers, and even to an exotic water-cooled idea, many options are available. While not lacking imagination, all have a common denominator. It is virtually impossible to plug an add-on card into the GPIO expansion header. Introducing the Smart Fan, the most elegant, compact, and inexpensive cooling solution for your Raspberry Pi. The Smart Fan has the form factor of the Raspberry Pi Hat, its own tiny 32-bit processor, receives commands from Raspberry Pi through the I2C interface. A step-up power supply converts the 5 volts provided by Raspberry Pi to 12 volts, ensuring precise speed control. Using pulse width modulation, it powers the fan just enough to maintain a constant temperature of the Raspberry Pi processor. Drawing less than 100 milliamps from the 5-volt supply, the Smart Fan is whisper quiet. It preserves all the GPIO pins, allowing any number of cards to be stacked on top of Raspberry Pi. If another add-on card has to dissipate power, a secondary Smart Fan can be added to the stack. The Smart Fan can be controlled from any program using simple command line or Python functions. A Node-RED interface lets you set and monitor the temperature from the browser. The software can maintain the temperature history in a log file, which can be plotted in Excel. Together with multiple add-on cards, the Smart Fan can be installed on the DIN rail for sturdy industrial applications. Get yours today and keep your Raspberry Pi cool.